Last episode, we finished off the Raptors thanks to a great fourth quarter from Herter. And then we accidentally simmed a game from our Eastern Conference Finals matchup, the 76ers. We lost that game, and before we get into the next one, I'd like to talk about the rotations and such for a little bit at least. The biggest change is the insertion of both Hunter and Reddish into the starting lineup, because we need Cam to start to guard Simmons and Hunter to guard Harris. So that means there will be a lot of Herter at small forward minutes in this series, but against guys like Thibault and Milton, it shouldn't really be a problem defensively. We've also taken away all of Dunn's minutes for Rondo, because honestly, the Sixers don't have any guards good enough off the bench to warrant Dunn minutes considering he's a zero offensively. But honestly, I'm not sure of the Sixers rotations, so there will be a lot of flexibility and a lot of changes, I'm sure. But let's get right into this game 2 at home in Atlanta. We start off on the first possession of the game with good defensive play against Embiid, which hopefully is sustainable. But we get our first bucket from a Capella post-up on Thibault, which given his track record, we're lucky we got it to go. Trey gets our next points after pump faking Simmons into oblivion. Man, that was nice. The Sixers get their first points because for some reason I jump at Dwight Howard on the perimeter, who takes it in for the slam. But Philly takes the lead because of confusion off of the double team, which leaves Tobias Harris open for 3. Guess I won't be doing that again. They further their lead by punishing me for helping off Tobias. I took a gamble and I lost. But our offense is looking like trash, and the Sixers lead by 6 now thanks to an Embiid putback. John Collins ends our drought by dunking all over Tobias Harris, cutting the lead to 4. On the fast break, we see something I'd like to see more often, and that's Hunter attacking the rim. Obviously, it's on Seth Curry, but still, it would open up his offensive game if he's able to do that. John Collins once again, though, gets a nasty lob to go, this time over I think it's Tony Bradley. And then after Joel gets the turnaround jumper to go, we end the first quarter down 5, only scoring 20 points. Leave it to the bench unit to get our lead back. Gallo greens the 3 to put us back up 1. Okongwu shot like 4 free throws to put us close before that. Fast forward and Gallinari ends the 2.5 minute drought by hitting the mid-ranger, giving us the lead back. The offense is looking pretty rough so far. Bogdan pulls out a little hezzy on Tobias though and gets to the rim for 2. Philly then takes the lead back with this lob to a wide open Howard, not sure what happened there. Ben then takes the patient post up and gets Capella in a bad position and then scores. Trey gets only his 6th point of the game off of this floater, and we've got 36 points. But this quarter is super ugly, so we're going to end it here, down 6 points. Clearly the offense is just flowing for both teams. The 76ers get on the board first in the third, with Tobias Harris getting his own miss and putting it back. But Trey finally gets the jump shot to go, greening the 3 for his 9th point. Unfortunately, Hunter isn't able to stick with Tobias through the screens, and that allows 3 points. Speaking of 3 points, we're missing all of ours, allowing Dwight to push the lead to double digits early in the third. John Collins finally hits a mid-range shot. I'm pretty sure he's like 1 of 3 from there now. We keep the same deficit pretty much for the entire third quarter, with Simmons putting it back at 10 with about 3 minutes to go. Bogdan always seems to be the one who's pulling us out of deficits with his well-timed 3s, and this is one of those times. Cam may be having a bad game, but to put us within reach of the game, he got the and 1 on Danny Green. He can be a really good player if we focus more on his slashing ability. Shake Milton then keeps their lead alive, scoring through the contact with Herter. Rounding out the quarter, Okongwu dunks on Milton, I think, getting the and 1. And then at the close of the quarter, Herter pulls off his usual heroics, greening the 3 off the floppy. Things are still looking rough for us going into the fourth quarter. As I say things look rough, we've got Thibault hitting a very contested 3. Guess that's just how things are. But Bogdan, as usual, is pulling us out of it, being aggressive off the dribble for the score over Curry. But look at Bogdan making plays on the defensive end too, poking the ball loose to give us a possession. Unfortunately for us, we don't capitalize on the possession, and on the other end, Tobias gets a shot to go over Herter, and we're down 5 early in the fourth. But just when you think Trey isn't going to make a 3 all game, he hits this stupid moving one, and it's green. So this surprised me and put us within 2. Too bad we're giving up those 3 points on the other end. Tobias is wide open to drill the shot. Then we have more defensive confusion, which leaves Thibault open. He doesn't get the shot to go, but Embiid cleans up the mess to push the lead to 7. But Herter apparently has shifty handles, and he used that to get past Tobias and get the and 1. Fast forward to a 10-point deficit, but not really because Cam gets an and 1 on Tobias too. It's rough for him right now defensively. But Embiid gets an easy shot to go considering Capella just left him. Not a good look. Seth is giving Herter just a bit too much space on the other end, and that is green. On the next possession, we get a Cam-Herter connection, and Herter gets his second and 1 of the quarter. So we're within 3. Embiid might miss his first shot, but he gets the second one with a clean pump fake. Or maybe I just jumped too much, who knows really. He scores either way. But things are going wrong for us currently, with Trey getting swallowed up in the paint. And then on the next possession, we've got JC missing lobs, even if that one was tough. Then on the other end, Simmons steals the pass to Trey, and on the fast break he finds Tobias in the opposite corner, and he knocks down the 3. We're down 8 with only a few minutes left. Yikes. Lucky for us, Cam gets the steal on Simmons, and on the fast break we see JC jetting ahead, and he gets the risky lob to go, thank goodness. Unfortunately, Embiid ends up on Trey, and that's 2 easy points. I think we're going to lose this game, guys. But never count out Trey Young. He takes the shot even though it's contested and hits. We're within 5. Let's test our luck. Let's run a Herter floppy and see what happens. Holy crap, he hit a white. Herter is our savior, guys. Best player on the team, confirmed. On the other end, though, we're trying to keep Joel from scoring, and Simmons misses the 6-foot jumper. Yikes. Lucky for us, that means we can get the ball up to Trey, who drives in to tie the game. This has been an insane set of plays. But for the final shot of the game, obviously the Sixers get it to Embiid. And as you can see, I'm frantically jumping and trying to get Embiid to miss. And I am so lucky Collins got a piece of his shot. We're going to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. We'll start off positively in OT with Thibault getting past Trey Young. I'm sure he had to try really hard to do that. Thibault on the other end thinks he's guarding himself though, and Bogdan reminds him that he can in fact make 3s. Next up on the list of people we're leaving open, Tobias Harris for like the 15th time. After going up off of Capella free throws, Embiid just bullies Capella to take that lead right back. But Herter, he's just doing his thing, greening the mid-range pull-up. Speaking of mid-range, apparently Embiid is a mid-range god now, getting this super tough shot to go. Tobias Harris puts them up 3 with only 40 seconds to go. Our chances are slim, but we're not out of it yet. So for what is probably our last shot attempt, we're going to go to Trey on a floppy. He's coming around the screen for 3! Trey greens a 3 to tie up the game with under 30 seconds to go. On the final possession of the game, the Sixers are panicking, and we get so insanely lucky that Tobias Harris missed that shot. We're going to another overtime. We get on the board first in second OT with JC getting a shot to go over Simmons. But Trey finally comes back from half court and greens the super deep 3. That was the State Farm logo. On our next possession, Trey gets Dwight stumbling, only to pass up the ball to JC, who gets the mid-range shot to go, putting us up 7. Then Thibault backs up too much on Bogdan again. That is a 10-point lead for us in double overtime, ladies and gentlemen. So as you could probably guess, this game is over. We win 119-107, with the second overtime going much, much better for us than the first one. But let's acknowledge the only reason we even got to play in overtime. Kevin Herter, again. He had 12 points in the fourth quarter for the second game in a row, the ones we played at least. Then Trey and Collins got it done for us in the overtimes. The total box score has Trey, Collins, and Capella with at least 43 minutes. Trey had 30 and 11, Collins had 28 and 8, and Capella had 17 rebounds and 3 blocks. I forgot to mention the team comparison, by the way. but we shot 32% from 3, so it wasn't great. That's all I remember from that, really. We both shot in the low 40s in percentage-wise, but anyway. On the other end of the box score, Embiid was just chucking up shots in overtime, and that honestly ended their hopes of winning. We did a great job on Simmons. Cam did a decent enough job, and we were able to play a lot of help defense when he was driving to the rim, so we kept him in check. I will be changing the starting lineup for them. We're going to put Simmons, Curry, probably Thibault at small forward, and then Tobias at power forward. That will give them a much better chance at scoring in the paint, because having Dwight on the floor killed the spacing more than it already was. So yeah, this video is already long enough as it is. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. And y'all, have a good one.